Let's see. I think it's going. Hopefully it's going. Yes, it looks like it's going, y'all. What's going on, y'all? It takes a little bit to show up, but we're gonna use some of the stuff from the wreath supply box for this month. And honestly, y'all, I want to tell you, it's really just the I think it's the millet spray, and then the plaid ribbon and the brown ribbon. Other stuff came from other supply boxes. For instance, the sunflowers, you guys. I did get the sunflowers from another box. Okay, so this was actually from July 2025's box. So I did have, I was able to get me some extra sunflowers while I was at the warehouse. So I snagged me some of those. And then some stuff from Michael's, which is this really pretty fun bush, y'all. It might not look like a lot like this, but once you fluff it out, it's amazing. Okay, so I toyed with the idea. I was like, do I want to make a wreath, or do I want to do like a little centerpiece? So I kind of settled on a no glue centerpiece, or like you can, so I'll tell you guys, this does have dual purposes. I realize I need to get another one of these sunflowers, but let me get that real quick. So this one it's definitely going to be like a low profile, so you can use it for a centerpiece on a table, on a coffee table, even on like a mantle, like the mantle right on top of it. You can put that on there. So it's kind of like a mini swag centerpiece garland. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, but doing my favorite thing, you guys, bundles. Y'all know I love to bundle stuff together, right? So let me get my life in order over here, you guys, because there we go. Gracious day, you guys. So you're gonna need, now depending on how big you want this thing to be, you guys, it you can either go and do 2 bundles, 3 bundles, 4 bundles, 6 bundles, however long you want it to be. But this one's only going to be 4, okay? So we are going to use some of our stuff from, like I said, the wreath supply box, and from Michael's, and from other boxes, okay? So first things first, y'all. I tried to take everything out of the plastics before I went live. You want to fluff out everything, okay? You want to fluff out all of your stems and your bushes, because ultimately this is what we're making, you guys. This right here is what we're making, okay? So we're going to make a pretty little bundle, and that way you can set it on your table. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be 4 all together, okay? So we're going to start off with the first one, and that's going to be this. This spray came from Michael's, you guys, and I absolutely love it. This is the orange wildflower. Orange wildflower. So you're going to need 4 of these. Now, remember how I said beware of, what it looks like at the beginning, because in the end, it's not going to look like that. Okay. So here we go. Really pretty, just fluffing that all out. And I need to fluff out 4 of those. You can also use 60919 if you want to, That's also a really good base filler to use. So just use whatever you guys have too. But if you want to use some of the stuff from your resupply box or even other greenery, guys, you can do this for so many other holidays. Spring, summer, Easter, Christmas. I'm gonna tell you guys, I personally like doing stuff like this for like my own decor. Like when I decorate my grandma's house, I will make stuff just like this that is no glue, no nothing, right? Like especially the no glue, because I will end up using those stems on something else. Honestly, I'm just being 100% honest with you guys. I do like to recycle stems. Okay, so we've got those 3 already done because the 4th one's already done over here. Take our, I think it's called millet. I think this is a millet spray, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Not mullet, but maybe it is a mullet. Who knows? Business in the front, party in the back, right? Fluff out this one as well. Love the raffia in it, and that's just so pretty. I love raffia. I know not a lot of people like the look of the raffia, but I love the raffia. Okay. Y'all, bundles, you know, Megan kind of called me the bundle king, and that's exactly what we're going to go with it from now on, you guys. I am the bundle king, okay? I've been doing bundles for years, you guys. For Christmas trees, and this is how I would do garlands for the longest time. Okay, so you need 4 of these as well, but I do know that a lot of y'all love that sunflower stem, so I know some of y'all have it in your stash, and that's why I was like, you know what, I'm going to use some of that sunflowers with this, because I really like the color of this yellow stem. It's really, really pretty. Okay, then I've already fluffed out 2 of the sunflowers, so we're going to fluff out the 4th sunflower. Okay. Fluffing that out, making that look pretty. Okay. So there we go. So now we're going to start the layering process of the bundles. Okay. My work table is not big enough. I don't have that side table like I did at the warehouse, you guys. So we're going to start off with our first one, and this is the orange, what is it? Orange wildflower stem. So that's going to be the first one. Second one we're going to bring in is our millet spray. Got to take out the tags. Now I'll tell y'all, if I'm using it for like my own personal decor or anything, and I know I'm going to reuse it, I will actually I will put the tags right on there. I will leave the price tags on there. Okay. And then we're going to, so this is what we start off with. Really pretty. Look how I love the orange, the yellow. And then we're going to come in with the sunflower just right in between that. Look how pretty that looks. So just like that, you guys. Now we're gonna come in with our this is a fern, you guys, and you get 4 pieces of each color. You get 4 green, 4 brown, and 4 orange. So I'm gonna bring those in as well. I'm gonna start off with probably my brown. Okay. And I'm going to come more towards the back of it. remove this one. Go up just a little bit more. Now, if you have a base that you're gonna glue this to, go for it. You can definitely glue this. It's not a make it or break it, you guys. But I like to do stuff like this that requires no base, no glue, no nothing. And then, y'all, as I create each bundle, we're gonna zip tie them. And because this one is kind of just hanging out by itself up here at the top. Making sure that it's nice and tight, because we don't want those going anywhere. But there is our first one. Y'all, look how pretty that looks. Bringing in some of the color from the back, moving around the fern. Y'all, I think that looks really, really pretty. Look at that. Okay, so now we have to make 3 more of these. Crazy, simple, no glue. Like I said, I love no glue projects, you guys. What's up, y'all? If y'all have any questions, of course, don't feel free to ask. So just bring in the millet one again. It's our second one. And then bringing in our sunflowers. So y'all have any plans for the weekend? Hope y'all have some good plans. We're doing something at my uncle's house. I don't know what we're doing, but oh, my dad is actually building in a ramp. So that's what we're gonna do on Saturday. Well, I'm not gonna do it. They're gonna do it. I'm just in charge of providing lunch. So yeah. So we did the brown one already, but now I'm going to alternate my colors. So I'm going to put the orange rust colored one to the right. And then the green, the sage green, to the left, you guys. So do y'all like no glue projects? I know I do, so hopefully y'all do. I know it's definitely hard sometimes to make stuff without glue, but I tend to do it a lot with no glue projects, y'all. Because like I said, me as someone who kind of changes their decor almost every single year, I do like to reuse and recycle some of my stuff, you guys. So if you were doing a regular grapevine, you guys, look how quick, easy that would be on a 14 or 16 inch grapevine. Quick, simple, easy grapevine, just like this, you guys. So boom, done. You could be 100% done. Put some ribbon, and that's it. But I still need to make 2 more because I need to bring in because this is the idea, y'all, and the concept of it. Another thing too I will say is this will also make a really great swag too. I just put those towards the back, towards the inside, and you'll see what I'm doing here, you guys. Look how pretty that looks. Just like that, you guys. That could very easily be a quick, easy, simple swag. Running some ribbon through it. You've got your bow. But y'all, look at that. Look how pretty that looks. I would definitely bring in ribbon, of course. Like I would bring in something like this. The plaid, but because I want to do the other two, we're gonna make it all together. But very easily could be turned into a swag, just like that with 2 of them. And zip ties are my best friend, you guys. We go way back. Just like the girl that tried to steal my gel pens in 2008. So, yeah, we go way back. But hashtag, I don't hold grudges. So, now we're going to do the other 2 bundles. Well, actually, we have 1 more bundle to do. Now, the millet definitely does shed, and that's okay. But, it's still going to look pretty, you guys. Okay, so we're going to start off with the orange again. Bring in our millet. Y'all, everything is just layered like right on top of each other. Just right on top of each other. Watch it. Y'all, watch it not be called millet or something. I'm over here calling it millet. Oopsie. Okay. Bringing in my brown fern stem coming in through the back. Good morning, Sarah. Yeah, I love the bundle method, and I love it with the zip ties because, like I said, I can cut this up. Like if I wanted to, like if I was gonna use this for display and or whatever, I would definitely want to reuse some of the greenery because that's just the way I am. But I can't imagine doing it with the floral tape. Ooh, that sounds sticky already. You know, I am not the biggest fan of floral tape. That's why you hardly ever see me use it on here. I think it's I don't know if it's the sticky part of it or if it's like a texture thing with it. Bonnie got me, y'all. She's like, it's close to millet, so that's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it millet. So there is 1 more bundle done. And then because I had already kind of pre-gamed over here, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, this one's basically done. But y'all, all of this stuff came, except with the exception of the orange wildflower stem. That one did come from Michael's, but everything else came from shoplikejordan.com. Okay, some of it came from the Wreath supply box, some of it came from just regular stock. So definitely check out DecoExchange, you guys. We've got tons and tons of product. I know we've been doing a lot of live sales over on the DecoExchange app, so always feel free to download that, you guys. Even if you don't purchase anything, you guys, we always love having you guys just hang out with us too. Okay, so don't feel that you always have to purchase something, even though I know we create some FOMO sometimes, but you know, we love having you guys there supporting us, especially Megan and I. We're very, very thankful and blessed with you guys, because y'all come out in droves and y'all sit there and watch us make fools of ourselves. But it is in your app store, you guys. It is free to download. It's not free to shop, unfortunately, but y'all just hanging out there is probably the best thing as well. So if you don't want to shop on the app, you don't have to, but we'd love if you did, right? It keeps the lights on. Okay, so now we've got the other two done, and like I said, you could make it quick, easy swag for a teardrop. I mean, not a teardrop, for a grapevine. You can also make it into a swag, but if you want a really big over the top, you guys, grapevine, this would look really pretty on there. This could also just be a swag as well. Just like this. So just putting all of those together. But now we're going to put our 4 bundles together, because I got to make the other one just like this. Oh, look how pretty this looks, you guys. So I want to come on in with a zip tie. And like I said, y'all, did this for years with garlands. And what I would do is I would actually use the pine branches to secure stuff in. But then I would go back in with a zip tie. I would actually go along the spine of it, and I would just come in with zip ties all the way around, so nothing came out of it. Loving the bundles. I love the bundle method, you guys. I mean, I am the bundle king, like Megan said. Okay, so now we're going to come on in. We're going to bring our 2 stems, our 2 mega stems, and we are going to just cross those paths together, just like that. Let me kind of zoom out, you guys. Do you guys see how I took those 2 and just crossed them together? So, little tip, I'm going to bring in our zip tie on the bottom. And I'm not just zip tying it right there, you guys. I'm not just going to zip tie right there. I'm going to flip this over, and we're going to start seeing, okay, like right here. And I will actually trim those up. If I feel the stems are too long, I will trim them up. Like these are just a little bit too long. I'm just going to come around. You can definitely, someone asked if I was going to cover it with leaves afterwards. You definitely can. I'm probably not going to. You can also, actually, I'll show you what I would probably end up doing, which I'll show you guys here. Gotta make sure all of those little notch things, the little, are pointing the right direction. And normally I like to make sure that they're going inside the project. So zip ties are my best friend, you guys. Honestly, they really are my best friend. I love zip ties. I love using zip ties. For me, they make floral designing really easy. You might not think to use zip ties for floral designing, but I do it all the time. Just gotta move some of these pieces around. Okay. So really pretty. If you wanted to, you could definitely like set this up on a mantle just like that. You could just leave it just like this, but we're gonna add in some ribbon, you guys. We are gonna add in some ribbon. And I personally like to kind of measure out my entire swag just with the ribbon. Okay, so you have two options here. You can put this right here, make yourself some roller coasters throughout, let the ribbon drape, or you could do some half bows. And I'm gonna do some half bows. So I'm gonna put a half bow here, right here, right here, right here, and right here. So we're gonna need 5 half bows. So, let me show you guys. But you can't do this part until the end, okay? You cannot do this part until the end, after you've already secured and you've wired everything in. But you can also come in with just a piece of ribbon and glue that down if you wanted to, okay? So on my half bows, we're gonna make 5 of them, you guys. And I'll show you guys one that I did. Now this is for another project, but this is about the same concept of what we're gonna do. So we're gonna have that in just like that. So you got a little bow, boom boom, all the way throughout. But that's for another project. And please stay on there. So we're going to make a tail, and that is about 10 inches. We're going to make, might do 11-inch loop. 11-inch, pinch, and twist. And then the tail I'm going to do is about 16 inches. Edwina says, Jordan, I just love to watch you create these magnificent pieces. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm bringing my burlap. Usually I try to make these two tails the same length. So we did 11, and now I'm going to come up to 12 inches. Pinch and twist. I always, when I'm doing my half bows, you guys, each loop is an inch bigger. So if I start off with 11, it's going to go 12, and then 13, and then so on. I'm going to actually add in a touch of the black and white, you guys. This is my favorite ribbon this year. So I'm going to add that touch of black and white, just like that. And that, my friends, is about 22 inches worth of ribbon. Yeah, a little over 22 inches. Now this, in my bow, you guys, is where I would normally bring in like some designer ribbon. Like if I wanted to use some designer ribbon, that's where I would bring it in, right there, just a little strip of it. So we did 12, 13, no, 11, 12, I'm going to do 13. Remember, I've got to do 5 of these. Okay. Love that chocolate brown and that burlap with this, and then that touch of black and white. Chef's kiss, yes please. And this is something I'm going to tell you guys. As you get a little bit more seasoned and marinated in your designing, things move really, really quickly, you guys. Things will move a lot quicker once you start getting down your recipes, your methods of what you like to do. So don't think like me, sometimes I can sit here and make 5 wreaths in one day. Like that's not even an exaggeration. That's especially during like the fourth quarter, which is going to start September 1st, right? That is our busy time of year. So you want to be able to crank out stuff easily, faster. So figure out a method, figure out a recipe. If you know you do XYZ all the time, fill up those bases, do your ribbons, all of that, y'all. I will sit here and I will do like 5 wreaths in one day. Especially like if I have a show coming up, I'm like, I gotta crank out as much as I can possible. This bow is also really, really good, you guys, for your Christmas trees. If you want to bring in your ribbon into your Christmas trees and you're afraid of how to layer it on there, make some little half bows, you guys. I love the half bows. And of course, if you're doing this on the Easy Bow Maker, you guys, because I know a lot of our followers and friends do have the Easy Bow Maker. If you're doing that on the Easy Bow Maker, what I do first, you'll do last. Okay? So you would actually start off with the 2.5 inch, then the strip, and then the 1.5 inch loop, and then the 1 inch on top of that. Okay. Also, I want to tell you guys, run your, I say this a lot in coaching, and I haven't said it in a while, and I think people need to be reminded of it, is run your own race at your own pace. Just because XYZ makes 15 wreaths in one day, right? That doesn't mean you have to. That doesn't mean you have to. But maybe it could be something that you're like, you know what? I want to aspire to be just like him and make 5 wreaths in one day. Make it a goal, right? Be like, I want to be able to say I did 5 wreaths in one day. And y'all, and I'm gonna tell you guys that made the 5 wreaths. It's not just ribbons and mesh. Like, it's ribbons, mesh, florals, picks, all the things, you guys. So I am attaching a zip tie to, not a zip tie, but a pipe cleaner to the back, because I can twist that into my project, into the back of it. So I'm going to show you guys something here in a second, because this is all the ribbon I have left. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I still need to do one more, but that one roll of ribbon, you guys, this is all I have left, which is still enough for one more of those. I was able to put it in that bow, and that bow. So one roll of ribbon got me 1, 2, 3, 8 bows. 8 bows, you guys. $11 inches, pinch and twist, make my tail. Okay. $12-inch loop, pinch and twist. Just bringing in a strip with this ribbon. Well, so there's actually 2 full bows on that. There's 2 full bows on that. In that pile. So that one roll of ribbon, you guys, can make you a lot of money. One roll of ribbon can make you a lot of moolah, right? Especially if you're doing it for a business profit. If you're just doing this to hang out, that one roll of ribbon, friend, that you just bought, whether it's at DecoExchange or Hobby Lobby or something like that, as long as it's got 10 yards, that's gonna go a long way, y'all, because that's literally the last piece I have. Okay. I'll put that in, and then we will just reconfigure some of our greenery, our stems here. Okay. This is going to go pointing the other direction. not so much pointing the other direction. Finding my center spine piece. There we go. I'm going to add that in. Go right in the middle. Cover up our little inseam right there, our little mid seam that we've got. Don't mind the wildness of the ribbon, you guys, because we will fix that here in a second. We will trim all of those ribbons up. You want to move them where you want them to go. You know, that's the great power of wired ribbon. You get to tell it what you want it to do, not what it wants to do. No, ma'am. So then we've got our last one right here. Okay, so now we're going to come in, we're going to cut our ribbons. I don't dovetail, personally, dovetail my 1-inch ribbons. I like to just cut those at a knife edge, at a slant, that's what I call it a knife edge. And then we're going to come on in with our burlap. Okay. do our black and white check next. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then the 2.5 inch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so just coming back through, fluffing those ribbons out. I love this, you guys. I love it. So not only is this really great as a entire, centerpiece, you can use it for, you can also use this as a door swag, you guys, if you wanted to. If you really, really wanted to, you want something big, over the top, you want something that says, hey, I love fall, definitely something like this will look really, really pretty on your door. Oh, I only counted the ribbon tails because I was like, I need to make sure I get all 10 of them. Because sometimes people like to call me out and be like, you missed one. And I'm like, So now I'm like, because I know I have 10 tails of each color. So 10, 10, 10, 10. I love how this looks, you guys. This is really, really pretty. So I would definitely put this, and you know, let me tell you, she's stiff. Like, she's not going nowhere. She's not going anywhere. I'm gonna come back around. Just trim up my pipe cleaners. And because I do have an extra set of leaves, you guys, I'm going to choose one of the colors that I'm not really fond of. And it's going to be this brown one. I'm going to trim this up. Now, is this really necessary? Not really, I want to tell you guys, because not really everybody looks at the bottom of it. But if you're selling do ribbon, if you wanted to, you could come in with, no, I'm not going to do it with this one. But you could definitely come in with just a piece of ribbon and cover that up. So even though it's no glue for the most part, this is where we are going to use our handy dandy glue gun, you guys. Just to cover up those wires. And because this little stem, bush, whatever it was, is so inexpensive, I was like, we can use it for this. another thing you can definitely use too is moss. But if you have followed Jordan for a while and you know who Jordan is, which is me, you know moss is not my favorite thing. It's not my favorite thing. But there is a new moss out on the market, you guys, and I personally love it. Now we're supposed to be getting it towards the spring, or the winter for the spring, and I'm super excited about it. It's like, y'all know like the fuzzy socks? Y'all know like those fuzzy winter socks? They took that and kind of made a faux moss material. So it's stringy and it glues really, really well. So I love it. We actually gave some away at Wreath Makers Live. So if you have any of that, definitely you can use that as well. So there we are. We just glued those in. I flip that back over. Fluff out our bows because I did smush them. And then we will be done, you guys. So really, no gluing. No glue except for what we just did. Where we glued in our leaves on the back. But overall, really, really pretty. You can call this a swag, garland, mantle garland, centerpiece, whatever you want to. Now, I'm going to tell you guys the way I want to style this is actually going to be in my grandma's house, and I want to put all of my gold candlesticks in between this, and I think it's going to look really, really pretty. Okay. What does it measure? Without the ribbon tails, I'm not going to do the ribbon tails because I have to cut these ones a little bit. So let me find the center of it. So 24, about 48 inches. 48 inches, y'all. So I just kind of went down the middle, and I just put the middle right along the, but it's about right here. So about 24, so 48 inches. So not too bad, you guys. So you can use this with any theme, style, whatever you want to. I love all the mixture of the ribbons and the greenery. So I'm going to tell you guys, I would actually come back in through and put some of that ribbon towards the back, letting that greenery showcase, right? So it's not completely just covered in ribbon. Even though I love me some ribbon, but I also love the greenery too. There's reasons why I chose that greenery. So, but y'all, that's all I got for y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will say next week, you guys, next Thursday, my dad does have a doctor's appointment, so we have to be out of town. But I will be back the following week. Actually, no, I will not be back the following week, you guys. We will not be back live here until September 4th. Okay? So we will not be back live until September 4th because I am at an event on the 28th, and then the 21st we have a doctor's appointment. Okay? So I will see you guys back September 4th, right after Labor Day, and I'm sure we're going to start doing a lot of Christmas and for a few months, so y'all definitely come hang out. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Okay, bye y'all.